Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be an Overwatch coaching video for a Platinum Mercy player on the map Eichenwald. Let's get into it.
Hello.
That was good that you said hello to your team.
What's happening?
It's always good to get the ball rolling on communications. So if nobody's saying anything,
Not a good soldier, guys.
say hi to your team. That guy just said he's not very good with soldiers, so we should be talking to the team to coordinate something to see if anybody's willing to switch it up with that guy. It's not good to have a teammate that's not comfortable.
You put a little Reaper, you can Reaper.
That guy's trying to help out, so that's good. I haven't seen you hit tab yet, so I'm not really sure on the team comp 100%, but it looks pretty good.
I died too fast.
Looks like Reinhardt, Diva, Soldier, Hanzo, Mercy, Moira.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So it should be pretty solid.
Attack commencing. Capture.
We've got a pretty beefy comp. They have a Symmetra, so right now it'd be a good idea to get a Winston.
Let's get you back out there.
So the first thing we want to look at when we start the game with Mercy is, do they have snipers? You haven't hit tab yet. The first thing we're checking for is, do they have a Widow? Do they have something that can one-shot me? That's the first thing we need to know when the game starts. So we got 2 dead. We need to go group up. Just tell our team to back up. Okay, I do want to talk about this for a little bit. When you're going to res, this is fine to use your res here, but make sure and tell your team, you know, hey, I'm going to resurrect Soldier on the right. Whenever you're resing somebody, you want like the Diva to be able to tank for you, to shield you while you're resing, so you don't just take a bunch of damage while you're standing here resurrecting. So just let your team know. It's super easy. You know, there's nobody talking on the voice comms anyway. Just say, hey, I'm going to res Soldier on the right side. It's always good to let your team know that. That's good, how you're constantly moving. You don't ever want to stand still. Help the Diva. Help the Diva. Stay alive. And it's good to damage boost the baby Diva so they can she can get her mech back. We need to be telling our team to be a little bit more aggressive. Everybody's kind of scared to engage. For a point A on hybrid maps, you want to be super aggressive because it's okay to trade at a 1-to-1 ratio. Our Hanzo just kind of wasted his ult.
The enemy has a shield generator.
This was a small mistake here.
The enemy has a shield generator.
Okay, so when we're heading over here, we want to constantly be looking right and then looking left. Looking right and looking left. Because during the next like 10 seconds, there's a lot of stuff going on over here to our right, and we don't really know what's happening. So just keep like glancing. Glance left, glance right, glance left, glance right. Just, you want to constantly be aware of your surroundings as Mercy so that nobody can get the jump on you and that you can constantly fly to where you're needed. If you'll notice here in the next 10 seconds, you don't really pay attention to what's going on the right. See, and now you're like, oh crap, I gotta get over there. See, you would have probably saved his life if you were being more aware of your surroundings. Like that, you probably wouldn't have had to use your res here. So we've got a good chance to cap the point. We're ulting. Oh, okay. This is. I think the decision to ult was pretty good. I messed up the time. I messed up the time there. Okay. Okay, so the decision to ult was good. When we're only gonna have one res, cause see, our res is on cooldown. So when we ult, we're only gonna have one res. So when we ult as Mercy, we want to go up in the air. We want to fly up into the air and be able to have this whole vantage point, be able to see the whole battlefield. We don't really want to go into a room unless we have to. You're only going to be able to res one anyway, so what you want to do here is dive in, res that person, and go straight up in the air. Especially, you know, they have Doomfist, Symmetra, and all that as their damage. You just want to go right up in the air and get a good perspective of what's going on. If you'll notice, you kind of do a res, and then you go into the room, and you just get demolished right away. That was good, but you just go right up into the air after that. And then, you know, get a good perspective of how to damage boost your team and how to heal them.
A speedy recovery. Join me. Healing zone engaged.
I would like to see you be a little bit more vocal on the communications.
I live! I live!
Like when you were ulting before, let your team know.
Damage increase. Where does it hurt?
Objective
Shut
A
this.
captured. Escort the payload.
That was a little sloppy by our team, but we captured the point. That's what matters.
Much obliged.
I think in general we should have been trying to convince our team to be a little bit more aggressive. And maybe to get a Winston.
I've sighted the enemy. I've cast this forth.
Activating self-destruct.
You want to stay on the left here. Stay on the left.
I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I want to go over this real quick. Okay, so when we're pushing through here, the payload is going to come up here and then go this way. And the enemy team is going to be like up in here on this roof and on these stairs. So going to the right is going to give them a lot of access to be able to shoot at us. If we hide over here in the left, we've got lots of little rooms and compartments, and they don't have a Junkrat or anything as far as I remember. So being over here gives us a lot more cover, and we can see a lot more of the payload turning around the corner, and we're in a good position right here where the payload is going to rotate right around us. So try to stay to where the payload is kind of going to be going towards, and avoid those sight lines of the enemy being able to see you.
I've sighted the enemy. I've cast this forth.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
See how he's right here? We got to be aware of that. He's got a straight shot at this doorway this whole time, and we don't have a tank anywhere near us. So that's a dream for them, and that's very dangerous for us. So we want to get back over here and get with our tanks and get in the cover of the rooms.
I'm taking care of you. Starting over from the beginning.
There's a small mistake there, running into the Symmetra beam.
Damage increase.
Behind us, Rodak.
There you go, that was good. You let your team know about Roadhog's position. And you're probably going to die here anyway, so you might as well charge your ult. But you ended up getting away. That Roadhog must not have had his hook. So now tell our team to be aggressive. We got a couple picks. We got to dive on the point.
Roadhog on their left. Behind.
I got you guys. Big shatter.
There is one thing I want to point out real quick here.
On their left.
That was good, by the way. You're telling your team, okay, right here, we don't even need to heal this person, but what we can do as Mercy is fly up to them and then kind of float downwards. So even though we don't need to heal them, we can use them for positioning. So fly up to them, and then you get a nice vantage point above the battlefield to know where everybody is and who to heal. So when you see an opportunity like a Junkrat flying through the air or a Pharah above the point, use that opportunity to get up in the air and give yourself a good vantage point of the battlefield.
I got you guys. He shattered.
The enemy has a shield generator.
Go res, go res. There you go.
Watch out for the hunt hole.
Till Valhalla.
Soldier on bridge behind you guys.
See how important that is? Your teammate communicating where that soldier was, you knew immediately where to look.
I'm under attack.
My ultimate is charged.
So I think you could do a better job of maybe being using a little bit more communication. And I know it's hard sometimes to talk all the time, so I don't blame you. We all go quiet in stretches at some points. But it does help to constantly say, you know, soldier behind us, Roadhog to the left. There you go, that was good.
The enemy has a shield generator.
And real quick, I want to say I like how you said that. You said Winston in the back. That was short, to the point, and it told your team the hero and the location. So many times in comp, you'll hear like support players say, "They're on me, they're on me," and and that doesn't do any good. Like they're like, "Okay, where and what?" You know, they don't know if it's Genji, they don't know if it's Roadhog, but you were like Winston in the back, and so that was perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing.
Let's keep the payload moving.
I've got you in my sights.
Ooh, wow, that was good.
Form up. I need healing.
Surrender to my will.
The enemy has a shield generator.
No. Just one. Can you res me, Mercy?
Yes.
Till Valhalla.
Yeah, see how that Pharah didn't know if you were going to res them or not? You want to be communicating this stuff. Like, as soon as you saw that Pharah die, I could tell that you were thinking in your head that you had the intention of resing them. Like, say that to them. Say, "Hey, Pharah, I'm going to try and res you. Guys, cover me while I res Pharah on the left side of the point." Like, just communicate that stuff.
You should be at peak performance levels. They're all over me. I will
Yep,
watch
that was
over
good.
you. Healing stream engaged.
Very nice. Yep, that was good.
Has a shield
And this is great. I love your positioning here. This is the exact spot that you should be in right now. You are tucked away, you're hidden, and you can see the whole battlefield. You're up in the air. This is exactly where you should be.
The payload has round 1 complete.
So, that was a pretty good round. I thought you played pretty well, and the only thing to improve on was your positioning on the first ultimate. I think you could have went up in the air instead of going into that room, and just a little bit more communication.
Select your hero.
And maybe a little bit more theory crafting with your team to generate some more discussion. Say, "Hey, what do you guys think about adding a Winston because they have a Symmetra?" Like, it's always good to get your team engaged in discussion and constantly talking throughout the game. So it's good to be that catalyst. Okay, so I didn't get to do this last time because you didn't hit tab before the game. So let's look at what we've got going on here. We've got one healer. We've got a main tank and a mobile tank. And then we've got a range DPS and a melee brawler DPS. And then this is kind of our second support, but doesn't heal. So what we're going to be telling our team is we got to play careful. And what we're going to want to be doing as Mercy is keeping Symmetra alive. We want to save our res for Symmetra if we can, because getting that teleporter up is a big deal. So tell Symmetra to be careful until she gets her ult, and if she does die, communicate to your team, "Hey, help me res Symmetra." Because if Symmetra dies before getting teleporter, it's basically a wasted pick. So let's communicate to our team, like, hey, let's try and keep Symmetra alive.
I'll be watching over you.
I think defense on Eichenwald first point is always fun. Because there's a decent chance you'll just be able to hold and win right away.
I'm here.
Because sometimes, you know, teams are too scared to dive in. And they just fight at the choke forever. Which is a massive advantage for the defense.
30 seconds.
Oh, you're competitive, sorry.
Microphone
Hey, don't worry,
activated.
just give me a minute, Ender.
Someone's talking to you.
Microphone muted.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
Our Pharah's up there. Let's go make sure the Pharah's okay. There you go. Good job. Yep, this is a good spot for you to be in. I would like to see you be holding tab a little bit more at the start of rounds. See, sniper, so you get to be careful. You gotta hide. We gotta hide this whole time. Even that's risky. You shouldn't be doing that. This is good positioning right here. We gotta hide the whole time.
Let's get you back out there.
There you go. That was good. You res Symmetra. That's who you should be using it on. So that's good there. We don't have res.
Damn, I got greedy.
Yeah, you're a bit too far forward.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Don't count on them trash talking each other to win.
You were distracted
That's
by
the reason I was greedy. Like, well, they've all
I
given
know.
up.
the conversation, so you got hit by that fire strike. This is good. You guys are backing up and just kind of buying time.
Gemeinsam kämpfen wir.
Our Symmetra is probably gonna have to switch.
Let me get you patched up. You should be at peak performance levels.
But yeah, there you go. I was just gonna say, be more careful and hide behind corners, and then you did that.
Generator online.
That was a good res. You got it, but you gotta let your team know to protect you.
Run!
User joined your channel.
I've got you. Let's get you back out there.
Man, we gotta be quick because Cat's doing competitive.
He's almost left.
The enemy team is really unorganized and just like wasting ultimates. So
We
if
gotta try and be quiet because Cat's doing a competitive.
Sound
My
muted.
shield generator has been destroyed.
Till Valhalla. Your support has arrived. Let me get you patched up.
yeah, there you go. That's bad on our Pharah. The Pharah should be letting you know that they're gonna ult. So that was a bad job by the Pharah.
Damage boost engaged. I'm taking care of you. Let's get you back in the fight.
Did you need to ult there? Why did we ult?
No, I'm sorry.
I think you should have saved your ultimate there. I think you were in control and there was really no need
Shield generator.
to use it there.
Engaged.
I don't think it was really wrong, but
I'm taking care of
it
you.
was just kind of iffy. Like, I don't think you needed it.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Projecting a barrier.
I'm here.
Fire
High
Pharah.
activate.
Thank you.
The enemy has a shield generator. Damage amplified.
Come back, Rain.
Oh,
60 seconds remaining.
Come back, Diva.
see, this is good. Now you're organizing your team. As a support, it's kind of a shot calling role.
My ultimate is charging.
Go heal Ryan, go heal. Oh, okay.
Beside
So right here.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay, so see how this diva has, you know, like 250 health, and our Rhine is over here sitting at like 40 or 50 or whatever it was. This diva has enough to at least, you know, like take a shot, and our Rhine is basically in one shot. So we need to get our diva to like half health and then abandon diva and go heal the Rhine. See, like right now you should have been flying over there a little bit sooner.
Enemy has a shield generator. Right.
And then if the Doomfist,
Let me get you patched up.
and then if the Doomfist ult is gonna land on you, you turn around and fly to the diva. So you can get like the best of both worlds.
Watch over you.
30 seconds.
You res me?
No, I can't, sorry. I'm okay. I'm on cooldown. I thought I would have.
Gemeinsam kämpfen wir. On fire. The enemy has a shield generator.
I thought you had to ult there,
No,
so
don't get inside. Fuck me.
yeah,
10 seconds.
there's not really much you can do here.
We still need you.
That's about the best you could have done.
Objective lost.
Dein Schutzengel ist a clean bill of health.
That was good aim. Your aim was smooth and you weren't like jittery.
Mercy just rezzed. So it will be on cooldown.
That was good. You let your team know that they're mercy rezzed. That's very important
You should
to
be
call
at
out
peak
stuff like that.
performance levels.
And I liked your aim.
I am optimal.
That was good control with
Let's
the
try to
mercy
group up
pistol.
so we can defend properly.
Telling your team to group up. That's good.
I am empowered.
And our diva got staggered, so we need to be telling our team to back up.
The enemy has a
You
shield
can trickle
generator.
this whole game, guys.
Yeah, yeah. You
The enemy has a
guys
shield
need to all run away and back up.
stream engaged.
See, this last like minute and a half or whatever has just been really bad team play.
Double kill.
Nobody's grouping up. Everybody's just kind of trickling in and getting picked off.
Shield generator.
I am optimized.
Where does it hurt? Clearing the area. I am empowered.
60 seconds remaining.
A speedy recovery. The enemy has a shield generator. Let's get you back out there.
Oh, yeah, that was a little sloppy. Let's hold them
Guys,
in the
we gotta
castle.
regroup.
Yeah, we're just going in one by one.
Everybody's talking about regrouping and nobody does it.
I can switch back.
Where does it hurt?
There you go. That was good. You healed the person that got pinned. I don't think you need to ult here. I don't think you need to ult.
The enemy has a shield generator.
Okay, I still don't think you need to though. Okay, yeah, you do. They're mercy ulted. You didn't get the res, I don't think. That was rough.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Till Valhalla. Mercy.
Focus
and
this
the
Metro.
light
Push
shall
kills our
sing.
entire
The
team.
enemy has a shield generator. Boom.
Oh, spread out. The Doomfist. Yep, there you go.
Where does it hurt?
Double kill.
Damage boost engaged.
Retro's
60
one.
seconds remaining.
Or she's trapped. Kill her, she's half.
Man, that Doomfist.
I need help with the
Reinhardt killed
Doomfist.
me
It's
as
like
soon as I came
all,
out.
he's all over me.
Powered up.
Our team is somehow still contesting.
The enemy has a shield generator.
Ooh, no. I know that you're really wanting to res. Just try and be a little bit more aware of your surroundings. So, like this, like if we res, we have no chance of getting this off. Like this Rhine is going to charge us, and like there's just no way you're gonna get this res. So it's better to let our diva respawn and save your life, because you dying to res this and giving this Rhine ultimate charge is just bad news.
Shield generator.
Yeah, with 500 HP, I'm dying as soon as I come out.
There's no way I'm losing. Attack!
I'm with you. You needed a doctor? Damage
And one thing, one little tip you can do. Okay, when you're dead right now, if we look at the clock, it's 22 seconds. You're probably not going to be able to get your ultimate before the game is either won or lost, or, you know, drawed or whatever. So you can actually, during the time that you're dead, you can switch off Mercy and then switch back to Mercy, and then that will reset this 16-second cooldown on your res, so that as soon as you come out of spawn, you can res. Now, it's risky because you lose your ult charge, but you're probably not going to get your ultimate anyway. So if you're under like 50% and it's like close to overtime, you can switch off Mercy, then switch back to reset that res. And then you'll notice, like right now, instead of your res timer being at 13, you could go res somebody right now. And that would be crucial for your team on holding this overtime push.
I'm with you.
Good job. Stay out of the line of sight.
Damage increased.
10 seconds
We're
remaining.
out of time. Attack.
Res the Rhine. Yep, there you go. Good job. There you go. Good job. That's about the best you could have done there.
Try to contest.
Nice.
There you go. Our team came through for us.
I require medical attention.
Bingo.
Let me get you patched up. The enemy has a
Victory.
Alright, cool. That was a hotly contested last 2 minutes there at the end of the map. But a pretty good game and a pretty close game. And you got play of the game.
Till Valhalla.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Alrighty, cool. GG. Alrighty, good game. Just some final thoughts here on the general gameplay and everything you did. I thought in general you played pretty well. I liked how you were constantly moving and never stood still as Mercy. You never want to stand still. I also liked your aim. The one time I saw you kind of pull out your pistol and have to track somebody. So I thought that was good, which tells me you're playing on a sensitivity that you're pretty comfortable with. So all that was good. I thought your ultimate timings were good for the most part. I thought maybe one time you ulted when you didn't really need to, when your team had already, got a couple kills and you were ahead in the team fight. But overall, your ult management was pretty good. A couple mistakes and things you could work on. Definitely communication. I know sometimes it's hard to talk constantly and we just want to, play and not have to speak constantly. But if you're serious about winning, you could definitely improve by communicating more. Like when you're rezzing somebody, saying, hey, help me res soldier on the right of the point. And then your diva knows to come cover you. Like those little things make a big difference. And communicating to your team. You did a couple times, like when you said, Winston behind us, that was great. That was perfect. But doing more of that stuff would help you be a little bit more consistent in your performance and help your team kind of support you. Other things to work on. There was one time where you ulted and went into a room. I would like to see you ult, dive in, res, but go right back up into the sky. Give yourself that vantage point of the map underneath you. When you're Mercy and Valkyrie, you want to be up in the sky. And don't be afraid to go try and assassinate somebody. Like you see a Hanzo on a ledge, pull out your pistol and dive him and try to kill him. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive on your Valkyries or be willing to be more aggressive. But yeah, other than that, communication and prioritizing being up in the air on that one time. Other than that, it was pretty well done. I think you have the potential to get up to diamond if you keep working at it. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.